Hello, Kiernan. You are right on time, and you're even actually a little bit early, which is amazing. I
No
can see that
problem.
we are doing we're doing right on schedule. Uh, Thank you so much for joining. Over to you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for having me today, Romaine, and thank you to the CanMar team for giving us the opportunity to speak to everybody. Good morning, everyone. I'm just going to share my screen real quick. Okay. Can you see my PowerPoint? All good? Okay. Okay, so good morning or good afternoon, depending on where you're calling in from. I'm so excited to talk to you about Cori today. Cori is a cannabis wellness retailer that will be opening in Toronto this fall. To introduce myself, I'm Kiernan. I'm the Director of Retail here at Cori, and I'd love to introduce my colleague as well, Lula Fupoor, who is our co-founder. And we are the original team members of Cori. And before I dive into our story, whenever we present or have events, we always like to learn who's in the audience. So I have some questions for you. So our first question is, how often do you use cannabis? And Romaine, if you can activate the first poll.
That's it. Yeah, we've just launched right now. We're gonna wait about 20 seconds to see the results.
Absolutely. So again, just choose whatever response best describes you. We're always curious to know, who are the cannabis users in the audience, or maybe you're not a cannabis user, but you're really interested in getting involved in the industry, and it's such an interesting topic anyway. So again, just choose whatever matches you best, and then we'll share the results. I think we can share it with everybody, so not only we can see them, but you guys can see them and get a sense for who else is joining today.
Absolutely. We'll give it another 10 seconds for you to vote, and we'll be good. Um,
Perfect. And so, I mean, since I'm asking you guys, I will also answer these questions too. That's only fair. So I'm about a weekly user, and I see
can you
awesome,
see
such
it?
a wide variety. Very cool. So it's very interesting to always see who's in the audience. And we have a second question, a follow-up question to that as well. So the next one is, what do you use cannabis for? So obviously, cannabis is a plant that can be used for such a wide variety of reasons. You may be a medical patient, you may be a recreational user, you may be both. You may just use it for general wellness, or you, again, might not use it at all. So just curious to know what best describes you. For me, I use cannabis for general wellness, and I love to use it topically, and I use it in dry herb vape form. That works best for me. It's such an individual experience. So again, just use whatever best describes you. Awesome. So again, a wide variety of audience members, which is really cool to see. So again, welcome. Nice to get to know you a little bit virtually. Since we can't be in person, it's always nice to try to make these as interactive as possible. So more on Cori. So Cori stores will be coming fall 2020 to Toronto to start. Our first location is at 552 Queen Street West. So if you're familiar with Toronto, the closest intersection is Queen Street West and Bathurst. And then in the new year, there'll be more Cori stores to come. So we're really excited to bring Cori to life this year. To tell you a bit more about the founding story of Cori, we always get asked, why Cori, why the name Cori? And when we first started forming the idea for Cori a couple of years ago, we knew we wanted to be a wellness brand, and we knew we wanted to focus on cannabis being a plant, because at the end of the day, it's a healing plant. And there are so many great healing plants out there, great healing herbs. We started thinking about other plants and herbs that are similar in terms of offering such powerful healing methods for you. And one of the herbs that came up was coriander. And we thought about coriander because it's one of those herbs that some people love it and some people hate it. And it's all about finding the right balance that works for you. And if you can find that, then it can really enhance a dish and make it a really wonderful taste experience. And we see cannabis in a similar light, especially fitting into your wellness routine. So cannabis is a personal experience. Wellness is a personal experience. We all have our own endocannabinoid systems that respond to cannabis in different ways, depending on the cannabinoids that are present, depending on the terpenes that are present. We all respond differently. So we really want to help you find what works best for you when it comes to cannabis, and whatever starting point that you are, come as you are. And we just want to help you along that cannabis wellness journey. We're really big on building community and educating our customers to make sure that you're armed with the best knowledge possible, because it's an intimidating topic and some people are really unsure of where to start. And so we just want to make sure that you have all the tools to make the best decisions for you along your wellness journey. So cori is just the shortened form of coriander, by the way. We have a website, shopcori.com. You can check it out. We do sell non-cannabis, but some hemp-based wellness products. We really like to take a holistic approach when it comes to wellness. Cannabis is one of the most powerful plants to use in your wellness routine, but there are many others as well. And the products that we carry are all plant-derived. Our products are sorted by different routines. So restore, relax, revive, rejuvenate are the 4 routine categories that we organize our products under. And in our cannabis stores, the cannabis products will be organized the same way. And once we can sell cannabis online as well, when we open our store, the products will be categorized under those categories. So, restore products will be really helping, those products that really cater to pain management and helping you relieve any sort of pain that you may be feeling. Relax products cater to calming you, de-stressing, helping with anxiety. Revive, giving you that boost of energy, whether you're going out on the weekend or you need it during the day. And then rejuvenate is really just helping you achieve that balance that I spoke about before. So a lot of the one-to-one products. We have a cori blog on our website as well, so you can learn more about the cori story, our education initiative, which I'm going to speak to in a bit. We also post about any updates that are happening with cori, so check out the cori blog to learn more. We have an events page too. Again, that's always up to date on what's going on with our event series. We have webinars going on right now instead of in-person events. So definitely check that out. And if you follow us at Shop Cori, all of our updates are always being fed to our social networks through Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter. So definitely check us out there. And we do have a monthly newsletter that we send out as well. So if you go to our website, you can subscribe to that newsletter there. So to tell you a bit more about the learning initiative that I keep referencing. So we call it the Bureau of Cannabis Consuming Ladies, and we launched it last summer. It really came from the idea of thinking about how we learn best and how we've gone on this cannabis wellness journey. And we felt that we always took away the most practical knowledge when we could experience it in person in a more intimate conversation. And either that's speaking to experts or friends or family that have more experience than we do. And we really wanted to provide that environment for people because we've done a lot of research in the space, including conducting focus groups. And what we found from that research is that there are so many people that are curious about learning about cannabis and how it can fit into their lives. And they just don't know where to begin. It's a very intimidating topic to learn about. There's so much information out there. And sometimes it's hard to read through all of the different articles, and some of them say different things. And, when someone shares a personal experience or just has more experience in the space than you do, it's easier to learn about it. So we really wanted to create those experiences for people. And we've launched, we've held a lot of different in-person workshops. Right now, they've moved online into webinar format. But over the course of the year, a variety of workshops to give you an idea. We held a topicals workshop, for example, where attendees brought their own cannabis oil, and we host it in this residential loft space. And we made body butter from scratch, and the attendees were able to infuse their own body butter with their cannabis oil and make their own cannabis topical. And we learned about cannabis topicals. So it's all about taking away practical knowledge. We want you to have next steps on your cannabis journey when you leave our events or our webinars. And our webinars include these polls that I'm doing with you guys, Q&A, and always a raffle. And the presenters usually do some informative presentation, but also some sort of demonstration as well to, again, make it as workshop based as possible. We always ask if you have questions when you register as well, so we can try to cater the information to what you want to learn about. So we actually do have a webinar coming up next week that I just wanted to mention briefly. Wednesday, we have a webinar with Muskoka Grown that will be at 5 p.m. Through Zoom, very similar to this setup, where they're going to talk about their fresh craft cannabis that they grow in Muskoka and how to reuse your vaped bud and make a tea out of it, and also how to reuse your packaging as well. So again, interactive, and there's a great raffle. We posted about the raffle on Instagram this week, so you can check it out there. It's a lot of great prizes. So if you're interested, definitely register. You can go to our website and register under the events page. So what we're all here today for, what are the upcoming career opportunities at Cori? So like I said, we're opening this fall. We are not currently hiring right now, but very soon we're going to be looking for a store manager, supervisors, bud tenders, all of our retail staff. So if you're interested, definitely subscribe to our newsletter, follow us on social media, and if you want to reach out ahead of time, you can email us. I'm going to have our contact information up on the slides, but to give you a sense of who we're looking for, you know, we really want to provide that cannabis wellness experience in store. And our main priority is to find people who are honest, real, genuine, personable, and approachable. We really want people to, like I said, come as you are and discover cannabis in a wellness sense and how it can seamlessly fit into your wellness routine. So again, we really want to take that holistic approach. We think about wellness in terms of what I put in me, what's on me, what's around me, and how can cannabis fit into that. So again, just really personal, friendly people. So if that fits your category, then we'd love to hear from you. So if anyone, well, actually, one last question. So what position are you most interested in now that you've heard about what opportunities are happening at Cori? If we can launch the final poll. Would love to hear if any of you are interested in this. And I know there's a variety of cannabis companies presenting today, so retail might not be for you. So there's definitely responses there that cater to that. But if you are interested in retail, we're just curious how many are in the audience today.
Looks like it is going up. There's a trend for people interested in working in a different part of the industry. However, we do have equally management and bud tender position. I'm going to end the poll in 5 seconds.
Perfect. Yeah, we're very interested. I know that people are calling in from different parts of the world too. So. Awesome. Very cool to see the variety of interest. Thank you so much, Romain, for launching that.
Pleasure.
And I'll take any questions anybody might have about Cori, about cannabis retail. And again, our email, our website, and our social handles are there for anyone that wants to reach out. Thank you so much, CanMar.
Thank you so much, Kiernan, and thank you, Cori, for joining us today. Please, people, now is the time. If you have some questions, go ahead. We have a little bit of time for some answers for you. I see there's a few in this. Let me see. What do we have? Is there any opportunity for regulatory affairs at Cori?
At the time being, no, but that is definitely a role that we have considered adding to the core team at Cori. So at the time,
Kiernan.
No, but if you're interested, again, you can always reach out to us and we can discuss further one-to-one.
Absolutely. Lisa said, hi, I would very much like to open a store in St. Catherine. Oh, no, you're good now. How does your store work with the legalities of cannabis products?
Okay.
Did you hear that? Kiernan. Okay, let's see. We have.
So if you're interested in there's lots to consider. Oh, am I breaking up?
I think you've been lagging just slightly, but that's okay. Did you hear my last question though?
Romain, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Frozen,
fine.
But I'm gonna try to answer this question I think so. A retail store. Okay. So if you're interested in opening up a cannabis retail store, there's a lot to consider, and I'm happy to discuss this in more detail outside the webinar, but there's a whole process that you have to follow. So I recommend heading to the AGCO website to learn about the different licenses that you need to achieve to, it was a lottery system and now it's not. So you do have the ability.
Oh, I'm not sure that all of you can hear that. Oh, there you go.
Apply and obtain a location and get your retail store authorization from the OCS, and that's how you you purchase. This is how the supply chain works right now. I'm not sure. There's a lot more detail to consider, but again, I'm always happy to reach out and I can share in more detail.
Excellent. Kiernan, maybe if you just like stop sharing your video and we'll just have you talking.
Romain,
it might be a little bit smoother. Those are the direct issues.
Okay.
Yeah, let's give it a try.
Let me just see if there's any other.
You started off just
okay.
fine, I think. Let's give it a try like this. Hey, we're live, people. This is what happens. Can you still hear me? Okay. Kiernan, any?
I do have some questions coming in. I'll just say I'll try to respond to some of the questions that I see, if you can hear me at least. We are planning to start in Toronto and expand out from there. So in the near future, I know there's a question about expanding outside of Toronto in the near future, probably not near, but we do plan to expand Cori after we start in Toronto. And in terms of the learning initiative, you can find out all the opportunities to learn hands-on through our learning initiative. In terms of ordering your cannabis, again, you order it from the OCS and it's really just a matter of exploring the products personally. We're definitely, developing relationships with the licensed producers, even though we don't purchase from them directly. We get to learn a lot about the products through those relationships. So we get to explore
Okay, I think you're lagging a little bit too much, Kiernan. Sorry about that. What we're going to do? Can you?
Benefit.
Yeah, I think we're losing you right now. Starting over. Hello again.
Hello. I don't know. I was trying to run through as many of the questions as possible, but I don't know if you could hear me.
It was it's lagging a little bit, which is okay. Once again, we'll be sharing your details for people to ask all those questions. There was many regarding career and how you literally set up the whole operations. So I'm sure you'll hear from a lot of people right after this. I
Okay.
apologize for that. It started off just great, however. But it's right now it's okay. So please, by all means, you have 5-6 more minutes if you want to go ahead. I can ask you a couple more questions if you'd like.
Yes, I think I see my colleague Lula. She's on the she's attending, so I see her actually responding to many of these questions typing. So thank you, Lula, for chiming in.
I see Lula as well typing the questions. Yes, it's perfect.
So I'm just trying to see ones that she may have not gotten to. Yeah, I think again, I feel like I answered some of these questions in terms of any sort of licensing, ordering, or opening a retail questions. Those are very big questions. There's a lot to go with it. But I would say, your best starting point in Ontario is to go to the AGCO website and learn about the process there, because that's where you do all of your applications for the 3 licenses that you need to open a legal cannabis retail store. But again, we want Ontario to be a flourishing retail space. So if anyone's interested in getting involved in retail and starting their own, happy to answer any questions outside of the webinar. Feel free to reach out to us. And also, yeah, in terms of other career opportunities, Cori is going to be expanding as we open our first store. So there will be all of these career opportunities that people are inquiring about. And in the future, we will have these positions. I'm just scrolling up to try to see if I. Okay, thank you, Lula. Lula covered a lot of these questions. I think we've answered most of them. Yeah, I think again, if anyone has any additional questions that we haven't covered between me breaking up virtually or Lula typing the responses, again, just reach out to us at hello@Shop Cori. Subscribe to our newsletter and follow us on social media. We'd love to meet you virtually or in person if you are interested in joining the retail team. So yeah, I don't know if there's any other questions. If anyone has any last minute questions to come through, I know we're a little ahead of schedule. Happy to answer them. And if anyone's interested in joining the webinar next week as well, it's another opportunity for Q&A with the Cori team and the Muskoka Grown team as well. So I think that's it.
Excellent. Thank you again so much, Kiernan, for this. It worked out pretty well. It's good to know that we should always, log back out, out and back in. So it seems to be working just fine. Thanks for your insight. Thank you for introducing the company to us. I had a chance to look at your presentation a little bit earlier this week. I'll definitely be coming and say hi when the store is open. I'm on Queen Street, not too far, so I'll be
Perfect.
able to come and say hi. Thank you so much. You're very welcome to stay if you have the time today to look at other people's presentation and the panels as well. Really feel free. Thank you again.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Have a great weekend, everyone. Thank you, CanMar, for the opportunity, and we'll see you soon, hopefully. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.